If it wasn't raining, but well done for coming in the rain. My name's McKinnon, I'm the branch chairperson of the Unison branch here locally. What we're going to do is, we're going to do a big countdown. We're going to do a balloon release because it's getting very wet. So we're going to count down from 10 to 1, we're going to release the balloons, and I want a huge cheer for everybody who's been out early this morning on the picket line, both here and nationally, all our colleagues that have been all out joining together today. So let's count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Delighted. I said I'm proud to be the branch secretary in Renfrewshire. My members have turned out, members across all the trade unions. What a proud day, probably the first time since 1926 that so many unions have taken industrial action to one day. Congratulate you all today. And let me finish with this, what says behind me, together we're stronger, and together we will win! The pension schemes to which we are part of are contributory pension schemes. Let's get our message across. We pay towards this scheme. This scheme is ours. This is not a scheme that's run by Cameron and his cronies for the south of England. And just finally, I know people are getting a bit restless when I get rid of me, I'll be off quick. But a key point here, you look around Paisley, my brother lives down south, not far away from where Cameron and his cronies lived. It's a different planet. They are not having children's wards closed.
They're not having buildings like the Russell Institute shut down. They're not having their colleges merged and staff sent all over the country. They are living in luxury.
The government today, a disruption today. Hopefully we will, and I'll say we will, because we'll be here again, and we'll do it again, because that's what we are. We're the people. Thanks very much.
Today was about fairness, it was about decency, and it was about honesty. But what today was mainly about, comrades, was about choices. And it was a choice that you had to make. You had a choice between lying down and rolling over to a Tory government of multi-millionaires and bankers who gambled your pensions, your savings, your mortgages on the stock exchange and pocketed millions upon millions each year, and then when the law says, well now you have to pay for it. That was a choice. The other choice that you had was to stand up and say to them, no, we are the workers who are going to defend public services. We'll defend the old, we'll defend the vulnerable, we'll defend patients in hospitals, we'll defend those who are at home. You made your choice today. Comrades, you should be proud of your choice. This isn't a one-day strike. If this government backs down, this is about a day of anger, but the anger isn't going to end today. We will be back. Comrades, thank you for everything you've done for your community.
Today is a celebration of democracy, a celebration of industrial democracy, and by taking to the streets today, you've sent a clear message to Vince Cable, those people in the Condemn coalition, who are saying that you should have removed from you the right to strike, the right to take industrial action. You've struck a blow for industrial democracy as well as for the services in this community, and I salute you for that. And I want to finish by saying something about industrial democracy. There was a guy called Mick McGahey. Mick McGahey used to say, if we stop running, they'll stop chasing us. Stand firm and fight. Stand firm and fight.
Message of solidarity from the Paisley Trade Union Council. Public sector workers are today showing the government the disgust that we feel and the actions taken against them by striking and taking part in the biggest public display in 80 years, that we're not lying down and accepting these cuts to our pensions, jobs and terms and conditions. George Osborne told us yesterday that 710,000 jobs will disappear in the public sector. That's the highest estimate yet. Until recently they were telling us it was only about 400,000. Not going to be much difference, is it, to us? They want to link our pensions to the state pension age. That means working another year. We've also got further attacks on employment rights, trade union rights, pay and health and safety. Enough workers die at work now without watching down health and safety legislation and reducing the number of inspectors. I joined the picket line at the council this morning, and I also joined the picket line at my own place of employment, the job centre, up the road in the High Street. And out of 110 staff, only 3 went in, so I'm absolutely delighted with that. I'm also here to deliver a support from Renfrewshire Labour Group, and funny enough, we're the only political party in the council that actually support this day of action. A few weeks ago we moved a motion at the council giving support to what was happening today. Both the SNP, the Liberal Democrats and the Conservative all voted against it. So I think we know where they stand on this particular issue.
Thank you very much. It's a total privilege for me to be here this morning, and just to thank you to all you wonderful people who support all of us. Without you, parent carers are among the most vulnerable in society, and really depend on the service you give us. So thank you very much. Thank you. Cutbacks that have taken place, and I want to introduce some of the clinical reasons why Ward 15 should stay open. Councillor Brian Lawson was asking for clinical reasons, and these are some of them. And I hope you can, we're all in this together, and it's all about solidarity, and we're here today because we have solidarity with you and everything you do, so thank you very much.
all the rest of the speakers this morning. It's great to see so many people here today on strike, on the picket lines and marching through Paisley. I've spent the morning with Gordon Mackay, who spoke previously, down at the health branches in ActionNov, and this has been the first time since 1982 that health workers have taken industrial action, and they were as enthused as you are today about supporting the action over pensions. Because if you've listened and followed the debate about pensions, and anybody who had the misfortune to watch the politics show on Sunday when Francis Maud was on, and it was the crocodile tears about how unreasonable the trade unions are. The hypocrisy is yesterday they came back and told us through the budget that pay rises will be 1% for the next 2 years after the pay freeze finishes next year. That's outrageous. That takes us back to wages that you earned in 2001. That's a real
Thank you very much. We're finished here just now. Go back to your workplaces and tell everybody how proud you are that you were here today. And we won't stop until we get what we want. Thank you for coming.